Welcome back once again. Yes, on Wike, the FCT minister has now declared and stated that Bola Ahmed Tinubu cannot actually relieve him of his office as the minister and relinquish him as being a political leader in Rivers State, notwithstanding that he's in loggerhead with the governor of Rivers State. This has given rise to a lot of persons stating that what on earth is actually happening. That for crying out loud, why is it that Nyesom Wike is playing godly role in this particular administration, notwithstanding that he's not in the same political party with Bola Ahmed Tinubu being the APC? Look at him coming out to declare and state that this can never happen, that he did a lot of things. As a matter of, I'm going to be showing you in full context, that he paid his way, he made sure he suppressed a lot of persons to make Bola Ahmed Tinubu to be there. Now, Nyesom Wike is actually telling Bola Ahmed Tinubu indirectly that he was the one that made him to be president. Now, no wonder a lot of persons started drawing the eyebrow very close, that this is actually probably what has led to the point where Bola Ahmed Tinubu cannot call Nyesom Wike to order. For crying out loud, I'm going to be showing you full context of what is actually happening. That how can this man will be fighting with the media? This man is fighting with heads of security agencies. Bola, fighting with is willing to bridging the procurement act, fighting the FCT staff, fighting contractors, fighting consultants, displaying drunkenness attitude, parading with children on public officers, innovation of illegitimate allocations of land, changing land purposes, doing a lot of distorting Abuja master plan, and doing a lot of things, insulting elder statesmen. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu is seeing all these things. He cannot call his appointee to order. This particular declaration for Nyesom Wike is actually shown that yes, this man is actually doing more harm than good to Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. I'm going to be showing you all in full content, but before I do that, listen attentively to what this particular man stated, and you will now understand and see why this thing is actually happening under Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. And as if that is not enough, similarly, Fubara came out also and replied in Nyesom Wike. I'm going to be showing all of that in full context. So watch this video, and when we come back, we'll continue.
The last time we talked, I told you that yes, that Wike is losing in both sides, and that is why he needed to come back to Rivers State to do what he was doing, to show that Tinubu that he's still in charge. Remember, I said that too. And you see, it seems like the impact of what he did is showing off, that the president had to say what he said. But you have to understand that what the president said is just word, just like so many things that he has been saying. The president has said so many things, and which you and I can either agree if it is right or wrong. But you need to understand that Wike played a very essential role for the APC during the last election, and which is what? Destabilizing PDP and then causing confusion in Rivers State that made APC had the upper hand in Rivers State. And of course, Tinubu wants that kind of person, so he will have to do anything possible, to make sure that kind of person is still active. Sorry about that. But just like I told you, Tinubu is the owner of APC. It's not just to recognize his candidates. Yes, recognize his candidates. That's a win, but not a total win, because at the end of it all, at the end of 2027, we'll decide who wins and who loses. But the game is on. Tinubu, who knows who is the master of the game, needs to keep playing the game. Both of them are winning. Fubara also, the impeachment that was going on that made his government taking. Tinubu also told Wike to stop the impeachment. So you see, he didn't actually do anything. He just allowed them to keep on fighting, keep on dragging, and that is what is going to happen. You recognize Wike as a political leader. That doesn't mean anything. It's just showing a former governor respect that he deserves as a former governor. It's a normal thing to me. So it doesn't really mean that Wike had the upper hand, because at the end of it all, Fubara is still not being impeached. So Fubara still has time to gather his feet strong and do whatever he needs to do to maintain his seat. So at the end of it all, everybody is winning. Tinubu is winning. He has Wike under control. He gave him what he wants. He's still having under control. Fubara is winning. He gave him what he wants. He's still having under control. So you see, the master player, who is the godfather of them all, is still winning. And that's just the what I need to say about that. But now, which is the main point, is the people of Rivers State, because at the end of it all, they are the one losing.
Come back once again. You listen attentively, and you've seen the roles at which Bola Ahmed Tinubu is playing. Remember, we have often stated it time with that number, that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is playing a political godfatherism role in this particular crisis in Rivers State. He actually knows he needs Nyesom Wike. On the other hand, he knows that similarly Fubara has what we call an organic follower, so he actually needs him too for his 2027 ambition of returning as president of this particular country. So he's playing a role at which he is not going to be indicted either from Nyesom Wike's faction or from similarly Fubara's faction. And this is exactly what is giving rise to Nyesom Wike coming out to make this particular statement that is so shocking. A lot of persons started stating that what on earth is actually happening. That how can you make and appoint someone as minister of FCT, notwithstanding that he's not from your political party, but yet he's there causing a lot of crisis, not only for the PDP, outside the PDP, that if care is not taken, he might infringe this crisis to the APC being your political party. And you know what that means. Look at how he's placing and making statements that are so uncalled for. Now, as you could see on your screen, happening now, Wike blows hot. that I spent billions and stepped on many toes to make Tinubu the president. Nobody will call me to order, and I won't be dumped just like that. When Sowike made this particular statement, a lot of persons started stating that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, this serves you right, since you don't want to call this man to order, to probably tell him that when two elephant faces the grasshopper, that the masses are actually suffering and the detrimental of your administration is at hand. Now look at the type of statement he's making, that he has actually spent billions, he has actually made a lot of things, he has actually stepped on the toes of a lot of persons, and that is the more reason why no one can call for his sack, no one can order him and all of that. So it is indirectly telling that whatever Bola Ahmed Tinubu is telling a similar Fubara, because they are in the same political party, is not going to work. And that is the more reason why, when Sowike made this particular statement, so many persons started drawing the eyebrow, started drawing the crosses, started dotting the lines and everything that is actually happening. On the part of similar Fubara, when immediately Sowike made the statement, he came out and visited a project. I'm going to play the video for you. When he visited that project, he told the masses that they shouldn't get perturbed over the crisis, that he's going to continue the dividends of democracy to the people. Listen attentively to him, and when we come back, we'll wrap up.
We just came to the second site of one of our projects. You are aware that sometime, I think last year, I visited this place, and I did promise that because we want to bring back the beauty in town to its old nature, that the issue of people trading along the Creek Road and also inside most of the major streets in town, that there will be need for us to fix the market. So I went to check the ongoing projects that has to do with the road. And after that, I'm here to see for myself what is going on in the market. From what you can see, the contractor has already mobilized to site, and I believe that in the next 1 week, the project will commence. What are we trying to do? You can see the difficulty in driving through the Creek Road and what is happening there, because we don't have good settlement for marketers. So if we fix this market, those people trading along the street will vacate the street and they will be inside the market. And when they're inside the market, the road can also be fixed properly, and the beauty of the town will start reflecting. That's just what we're here. I've promised our people, no matter the situation that we're into, we will not lose focus in governance, because our people have given us this trust. The little we owe them is to give them confidence in leadership and ensuring that governance continued strongly.
Welcome back once again. We listen attentively to Similai Fubara, the executive governor of Rivers State, and what he has stated, encouraging the masses that they shouldn't get perturbed, they should stand firm and do the needful. Now, a lot of persons started stating that if seeing Sowike as a minister or as an appointee under Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration, not considering that he is not even in the same political party with the ruling party, that he will be able to come out and make this particular statement, then it is over for Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. Because other persons started stating, people suggested that it is obvious that Bola Ahmed Tinubu needs someone to do his dirty jobs, and he found Wike as ready made too, and that is why he used him in destabilizing the PDP, even in the last and this forthcoming general presidential election. And yet some suggest that there is something silent between them that will come to public domain when the ships and sinks are down, and that there is only one life jacket available for two people, and that is what it is. Because now that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is condoling all the excesses of Nyesom Wike, it is obvious that probably both of them have something in common. Many suggested that the day he will push Wike under the trailer, he will be crossed in a very closed door, and that is what it is. Because it is obvious that those with more wisdom opt that Tinubu, created the Wike monster to spite a certain people and please others. But the Nyesom Wike, the day he is going to prove him wrong, it will be a great shock to him. Those who are veterans accepted that it is clear that this is just a matter of time for both Wike and Tinubu to harvest fully. And by the time this thing happens, then they will understand what is happening. Because Nyesom Wike is someone who has actually betrayed virtually everybody that has worked with him. Who is Nyesom Wike not in loggerhead with? It shocked a lot of persons, seeing that even when Nyesom Wike formed the G5 governors, of which Makinde, the Oyo State governor, was part of it, that G5, seeing Nyesom Wike and Makinde having grievances and clashes at this point in time, you begin to ask yourself, why is it that Nyesom Wike is often and always having issues with a lot of persons? And it is obvious. So when you look at the scripture that in Matthew chapter 13:39, and it says, the enemy who planted the weeds among the wheat is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world, and the harvesters are the angels. That is exactly what is going to happen. Because a lot of persons have started calling on Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Look, keep a clear eye watch on Nyesom Wike. You are planting him to destabilize the PDP so that you have relevance. And now, yes, virtually every PDP politician, every PDP governor is now in the APC. But that does not end it. Now that you have planted this monster to actually go and do these things to this set of persons, do you have the temerity to call him back to order? Because for him to come out and state that he made you the president, he did a lot of things, he stepped on toes, he brought up billions of River State funds and all of that. Now look at it. That is exactly what is happening, and a lot of persons are stating that this is a clear indication that shows that Nyesom Wike is not backing out in making sure Similar Fubara is frustrated as governor of River State. React on the comment section. What is your take towards this particular symposium and everything that has been discussed in this particular video? What is your view towards Nyesom Wike statement and the your advice to Bola Ahmed Tinubu? React on the comment section. Don't forget to share, like, and also hit the subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell and click on the like button. Always and often react positively, and do well to often advise Similar Fubara on the path of peace he's going to take to make sure the evidence of democracy gets to the people. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.